to talk about how you can break the rules. So when you do any Google search, you'll come up with lots and lots of different rules around fashion and styling and, do's and don'ts, things you can and can't wear. And I really think it's important that as you develop your personal style, you know that, they are rules, they are guidelines which can absolutely be bent or be broken. I think the most important thing as you are developing your own style is that, you're wearing clothing that makes you feel really good, that's aligned with you. And sometimes the rules can contradict that. So don't be afraid to question them. So today I want to just bust the myth around a couple of really common rules that I hear. So the first one is that your handbag and your shoes should match. Okay, so this was a question that I actually had from someone recently, and my answer was no. Your handbag and shoes absolutely do not have to match. This is quite, I suppose, an old-fashioned traditional rule many decades ago, where it was considered much more appropriate or proper for a woman to have matching. But nowadays, what we're trying to achieve overall is, an aesthetic and a harmony in what we wear, and something that really feels like us. Now, you could choose a really bright, bold, complementary color. You could choose a neutral. You could choose, another tone or shade of the same color. You've got lots of different options. It's what you feel like. It's what suits your personality and how you feel good. So the second one that I want to bust is really around the use of certain colors, and that certain colors can't be worn together. So when I was growing up, I always heard that blue and green could never be seen. You couldn't do red and pink together. Navy and black was another combination you couldn't do. These are all just, you do not need to follow those at all. The most important thing with color, because it is a very important part of how you look, is that you're wearing a palette of colors that are really flattering for you. If you do not know what those colors are, I really encourage you to have a professional analysis done. And then once you've got your palette of colors, you can mix and match any of those as you please. The most important thing is, they've all got the same characteristics and they're all going to be really harmonious together. The last one is that you've got to dress for your body shape. Now, there's lots and lots of rules around this, and look, there definitely is some truth in it. The rules that do exist around body shape are really there to help you understand what are the clothes, what are the elements, what are the cuts and styles, and those sorts of things that will help create a balanced proportion for your body. However, if there's something that is an absolute, on the avoid list, don't feel that you can never wear it if you enjoy wearing those styles of clothing. So as someone who's quite petite, really wide-legged pants, long dresses and skirts, they are, for my body shape, on the avoid list, but I incorporate them into my wardrobe because I enjoy wearing them. So it takes a little bit more know-how, it takes a little bit of effort, but you can absolutely incorporate items that are, going against the rules for your body shape. And so, with everything, question it as you go on your journey to your personal style. Feel empowered that, you don't have to go within, the rules all the time. That's the beauty of actually developing a style that is true to you and that is really, really personal.